Kashimo would whoop his ass, and it's not close in the slightest.
Let's see what this guy has to say this time.
The amount of delusional Yuta fans in that comment section is insane. The reason why this fight is not close is because Kashimo is way too fast for Yuta. And not just Yuta, but everybody in Jujutsu Kaisen besides Gojo and Sukuna. Kashimo's curse technique renders any phenomena that can be created by electricity, vaporizing irradiated objects using electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves move at the speed of light. Kashimo was then able to speed blitz Sukuna, the same Sukuna that was able...
Now, the main problem with this feat, despite the fact that Sukuna is heavily weakened from taking an infinite void and an unlimited hollow purple to the fucking face, while his brain is still fried, might I add, it's the fact, even though Kashimo can shoot out fast as light attacks, there's no proof that his curse technique allows him to move at the speed of light. There's also the factor that Kashimo would first have to activate his curse technique before he could do any of it. Neither Yuta nor Rika would ever let that happen. But go on.
But so you just say that laser in Megamind and Spirit Gun from Goku and the spirit and from Kizaru using the speed of light, so Kizaru was stated to be light speed isn't light speed because they need to lock themselves to lock the target to activate it. What?
was able to dodge those electromagnetic waves, which would scale both of them to faster than light.
I didn't even realize he said that upon my first watch. What do you mean Kashimo is faster than light? Like what? It's one never showed that Kashimo could keep up with Sukuna in terms of speed, especially with the fact he got fucking speed blitzed and one-tapped by a four-armed Sukuna, who while not at full physical capacity was way better off than the Sukuna that came out from fighting Gojo. So, how would you actually justify that Kashimo scales to that type of speed? Just because his attacks are as fast as light, that doesn't mean he can physically move that fast.
There's literally...
Okay, did you know combat reaction speed? Yeah, if you can react the light speed, you can that light speed you can easily faster than light. Yeah. Why do I need to educate you? Okay, go on.
No argument you can make for Yuta. Not only did Kashimo fight a much stronger version of Sukuna compared to Yuta.
No. No, he didn't. Kashimo didn't really fight four-armed Sukuna. The majority of Sukuna's fight with Kashimo was in his weakened form after he fought Gojo. And Kashimo only managed to force him into his four-armed form because he just came out of the fight with Gojo. And even if we disregard the fact that Sukuna with full power destroyed Kashimo, This is even funny when you realize that the Sukuna we see fighting Yuta is the same one that fought Kashimo.
Unless it's nerfed again by Higuruma. In chapter 239, it said that some of his curse energy are depleted due to Higuruma's domain effect. So yeah, it's true that he fought against true form Sukuna, but again, it's just nerf. It's just a nerf. Yeah.
Remember, before Yuta opened his domain around Sukuna, Sukuna was still at the same level of power he was at when he fought Kashimo.
No, his curse energy was depleted by Higuruma. Why did you say that Sukuna at his full power is... Okay, let's...
Which is kinda pathetic. And nobody should bring up Yuta inside of Gojo's body. Yuta himself and Sukuna confirmed that Yuta is very inexperienced with using Gojo's body. That's why he was so bad with the limitless technique. This is not a conversation I think we should really be having.
But he's also superior in terms of raw power.
The amount of brain rots you actually need to have to say something like this is insane. Yes, while Kashimo's AP feats are impressive in terms of JJK, one, the feat you brought up is fucking pathetic, even in comparison to Yuki's feats. Because when it comes to the heavy hitters, Hakari has the worst base durability feats. If it wasn't for jackpots, Kashimo would have speed blitzed Hakari. That's how ass Hakari is. And we have Yuta, who can not only stagger, but also punch Sukuna silly. And Rika can do just the same. So yeah, nah, Kashimo has no good AP feats in comparison to Yuta.
It was depleted. It was depleted. I won't go say that. I won't go say that once again. You can say that.
Let's also not forget the fact that Yuta is able to, semi-tank shots from Oro, I don't know how to say that nigga's name. And this guy has the highest cursed energy output in the verse, obviously behind Gojo, Sukuna, Yuta himself, blah blah blah.
This guy Hakari was going to get his entire body obliterated by base Kashimo if he didn't sacrifice his arm. Anybody with common sense reads JJK and don't suffer from a lack of reading comprehension knows that Kashimo is the third strongest. And on top of that, he has Hollow Wicker Basket, which nullifies the guaranteed hit of his domain like...
Bro really said reading comprehension. That's crazy coming from this nigga. Anyways, anyone with actual reading comprehension would see that Yuta is narratively implied to be the third strongest in the verse. It would only make sense. Also, why the fuck are you bringing up Hollow Wicker Basket as if it's gonna do anything in this instance? Yuta's domain doesn't rely on a sure hit, even if you wanted to use Purification. And let's also not forget the fact that to use Hollow Wicker Basket, your hands have to be firmly placed together, as we see Sukuna doing with his 4 arms. You can move, you just have to keep your hands together. And unless you foolishly want to imply that Kashimo can somehow fight without 2 of his arms, while Yuta was able to fucking push Sukuna into a corner when Sukuna had 4 arms, then yeah, Kashimo loses badly. And let's even forget the fact that Kashimo is getting jumped at every stage of this fight.
I got... Okay, let's just forget that.